Yo. Yo. Hey, what's up, guys? Just playing a little Resident Evil. Yo, what's up, Jade? You guys know I love my classics. Oh, nothing. There we go. I know there's a Magnum on the bed, too. You guys like this game, too? Resident Evil 2? It's such a classic. Alright, so I got this, the red key card. That's for downstairs. And then club key. Yeah, it's pretty fun, T. I highly recommend it. I don't know if you play on older consoles or new, but if you do, it's only $10 if you haven't played it, have access to it, or if you have it on classic consoles. It's probably a little bit more expensive on a classic console. Probably a little bit more expensive there. Yeah, it's a really good game though. My best version is the Dreamcast version. I'd say the GameCube version is also very good, but that one's very expensive. The GameCube version, that one is really expensive. Yeah, you could even buy it on there too. Oh yeah, it should be like $6 still. Oh yeah. And what's funny, you could actually buy it on the PS3 store for cheaper than if you buy it on PlayStation, which is like $10. Yeah. You know, it's funny, it actually costs more on here, so you could actually buy it on there, and then if you get a PS4 and 5, you'll have access to it. So I guess you could save $4. Doing it that way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing Japanese game, though. Playing the Japanese, though. I love my Japanese game. It's funny because they're so ridiculous though. Like they actually think this is. I mean, it's made by a Japanese company, but it's definitely not Japanese influenced. Matter of fact, Shinji Mikami got his idea of Resident Evil from the movie Night of the Living Dead. You liked it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hopefully we got some more Gamescom coming up. I think they used to. I don't know about anymore. I think they have more of an audience in the West. Yeah, I think the West is most of their fans are at. You know, they're really big on Resident Evil in the West. I know Monster Hunter is probably worldwide. Street Fighter's worldwide. Oh, really? Oh, so I definitely got to see that. Okay. So I'm gonna need this. Probably gonna put. I don't need the Magnum. Yeah, I like the 64 version on here too. Gotta watch the Call of Duty. Nice. I'm looking forward to it though. So that's one that I want to look forward to. Okay. Yeah, that's something more interesting. To be honest, the Western appeal has the most influence. I tell people this. They really do. He says, that got me thinking. MG, yeah, Mario, Sonic, or other Western influence sell well in Japan these days. Yeah, I wonder if they still do. Yeah. I mean, a lot of games, even from Japanese studios, have Western influence. You know, a lot of the games that are Japan. I mean, besides Ghost of Tsushima, right? Which is funny because Ghost of Tsushima is made by Americans, but they don't support Rise of Ronin, which is made by Japanese. It's so weird. Like, you guys get what I'm saying? It's so weird. It's like, hold on. They support a Japanese game supported by an American, but yet they don't support a Japanese game based off their own. Like, what? Oh, yeah, Mario games, yeah. I think that's international. You know. Yeah, but that Western influence is crazy. I don't know what it is, but for some reason they don't feel comfortable. I mean, you heard what yeah, I think Ghost of Tsushima. It's funny because it's like, but they wouldn't have Bob Rise of Ronin, and that's made by Americans. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just weird. You know? It's like they rather play the Japanese game from American besides the one that their own country makes, which is Rise of Ronin. It's kind of funny. I think they do like Yakuza. Oh yeah, that's my favorite part.
Get away!
Oh! Yeah, you know what's funny? When I was a kid, I was so scared to enter this area because I actually thought he was still in there, just to find out that he's not. I'm like, really, bro? I was so scared to enter this area.
Ben!
And I'm like, he ain't even here.
Can you still hear me? Come on, answer!
Oh, I love this part. My chest, it's burning! Oh, I love this part.
Got the story.
Oh, I love this part.
Ben.
My chest, it's burning!
The chief of police. Coke and
Yeah, nah, that's fair enough.
get
That scum. Make him pay.
him pay.
Oh, I love this part.
Hang in there, Ben.
I love this part.
My chest
It's burning!
burning!
Woo!
What's wrong?
Oi. Oh, and of course she'll show up.
God, what was that?
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Well, they stopped doing it with Resident Evil 4 because Resident Evil 4 was more of a parasite than a virus. 5 was, what was it? It was the Las Plagas, but it was also that disease that only the bosses really had. I forgot what it was called. And then 6, I forgot. And 7 is about the mold. Yeah, Resident Evil was supposed to be about viruses, but they broke that rule with Resident Evil 4 for some reason, which was a parasite, not a virus. But yeah, 7 and 8 was the mold. 5 was, I forgot. Not the Las Plagas. They were still there. The Las Plagas was there. That's how Wesker was controlling them. But it was something. I forgot what it was. Mostly the bosses had it. Yeah. I literally forgot, though. Well, human versus monsters. Well, it was mostly supposed to be about viruses. It was supposed to be intended that way, but Capcom wanted to find more ways to keep spinning these games out. You know? There was so many times Shinji was gonna leave the company. Like, he was actually upset. Like, I think a few times he was upset. He was upset with Resident Evil 2 due to Hideki Kamiya. Then he was upset with Code Veronica. No, actually, he was upset with Resident Evil 3 because he didn't believe it worthy of the 3 name. But I guess, you know, Capcom said, no, we want 3 to, you know, make it easy to sell. But Shinji was mad. And then they wanted to call Code Veronica Resident Evil 4. And he said, if you call Code Veronica Resident Evil 4, I'm leaving the company. That's what Shinji said. He said, I'm leaving the company if you call this game Resident Evil 4. Right? I have definitely over 50 consoles. That's just an estimate. TJ. But yeah, like that, you know, Shinji, you know, he had a huge part of Resident Evil, and it just seems like Capcom didn't care, you know. And I think Code Veronica was like, hey, Shinji, you know, Code Veronica didn't do as well as you said it was. But I think he had a hardcore group of fans that liked Resident Evil the way he intended it to be. But Capcom obviously took it more into this Hollywood approach. You know, I think Resident Evil's story was supposed to be a little bit more grounded. Oh, I could have took the Magnum. I forgot. Oh. Oh. No, it was supposed to be mostly for viruses. Yeah. It was mostly supposed to be viruses, and I think Capcom... Oh. Yeah, that was the whole intention, and then obviously well, yeah. It kind of was like that with Las Plagas. Once they added Resident Evil 4, that's kind of when that happened. You know, so they kind of threw it out the window at that point. So it might be that now, you know what I mean? But at least for right now, it seems like they still continue that tradition, you know, because 7 and 8, they had to bring back the mold. So, which I think was similar to the one in 5. I can't remember what it's called, though. Oh, it's crazy because I've beaten that game on the hardest difficulty, and I can't even remember. Yeah. And Jet, he still gets the new Resident Evils. He just buys them to 100% them. I think he has a friend that gives him free copies.
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got bent.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
Yeah, I know a few people that like all the Resident Evils. I like the movies, like all the games. They don't even care. They like the old one, the new one. You know, it's just me. I'm selective. I'll play Requiem when I get an opportunity, but just probably not day one. You know, I'll play it like I did all the other Resident Evils. Because I played 7 and 8, even though I don't like it. You know, when I got it at a discount. So, you know. To me, a game is a game. Even if I have like a disapproval of it. If it's at the right price, why not? You know what I mean? If it's like Resident Evil 8, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's $20, why not? I mean, you know what I mean? That's how I see it. But I don't think I'd pay $70 for it. But that's just me, you know, because I don't think I get that much value out of it. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Oh, that's not letting me grab it for some reason. Oh, there we go. But I think the best Resident Evil is the first game. Because they did something for like brand new pro. Well, they did it. They did it before with Survivor. What was it? Survivor? Was it? Not, I think it was Dead Aim, right? Why don't you like the later? To me, it just doesn't make sense with the continuity of the story. I mean, to me, it comes off more like a new beginning, and a lot of the things I don't like about it, I feel like it's not original. Like my problem was, what was it, specifically 8? They were just taking ideas from movies, bro. Like freaking Annabelle. I'm like, with the doll. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of more like copy and paste. You know what I mean? And then it came with a little bit of the Outlast. I was like, this is not, it's not really Resident Evil, but. You know, and I don't even think it's because of first person. But yeah, Survivor and Dead Aim had different characters too. They're also connected to the story, as well as Outbreak. A lot of people think Outbreak is a spin-off.
Leon.
Can't believe this girl got me shot.
I have to talk.
But yeah, I think the story was supposed to be a little bit more grounded, but now it's just so far-fetched. It's beyond belief. But yeah, I mean, the new ones still have decent quality. Yeah, Resident Evil 7 was probably the closest one. 8 was more of an action game, you know what I mean? And it copied a lot of horror tropes. I'm like, yo, this is... Yeah, I actually... It's funny because it's like 7 did it... I don't know, it's just weird because the action in 8 is so much better. But then it's like, I don't like 8 because of the action. It's just weird. But then the 7, it does something more that I'm familiar with, but I just don't like the way they did it. I don't know. Yeah, they're connected. Yeah. I don't know about that Pacific franchise, but yeah, Resident Evil, like Resident Evil Survivor, Resident Evil Dead Aim, even Operation Raccoon City. They're all connected. They're not spin-offs, like people think. Some of them might have different types of gameplay, but they're not spin-offs.
Who are you?
They're actually a part of the story. Like Resident Evil Outbreak, which I think they should come up with, is about, you know, the outbreak of what was going on in Raccoon City before Leon Kennedy and Claire got there. So it is canon, you know? But essentially playing as the people from Raccoon City. You're just not playing as the main characters. You're playing as the, you know, the townspeople, if that makes sense. But yeah, Resident Evil Outbreak is canon, 1 and 2. It'd be nice to see that again, actually. I would love to play that again.
Then that must mean the creature in the police department is precisely.
It was a challenging game too.
And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
Really? Sometimes it doesn't even have to be based on the main character, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
You might hit the sample. That's it, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move out.
And then this is where he interjected himself.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you
Yeah.
retrieved the sample yet?
Well, also too in this game, like they, you know, I don't know if it was like a error, but you know, they said the rats spread the virus, but you know, I like how they retconned it and fixed it up and said it got into the water. It made more sense.
That he injected the G-virus into his own body.
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there. Shoot! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry!
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it made more sense when they retconned it. Because also, too, back then, they didn't think this game would be popular, you know what I mean? Like, when they were actually making these games, they didn't think it was going to be popular. Yeah, you see how they try to show the rats, but now they retconned it and said it got into the water supply. That's why if you notice in Resident Evil 3 at the beginning of the remake, Jill Valentine is at the sink, and you know how she was like, you know, people was probably drinking the water and that caused them to get infected.
Even worse,
So it kind of got into the water.
has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures.
And create
Hey Arnold, man, there's a lot. Rocket power, man, there's a lot. I mean, there's a huge amount. Ed and Nettie, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah, because Shinji was a huge fan of the Night of the Living Dead. That's where he got the inspiration from. He got the inspiration from that movie, The Night of the Living Dead. I think that game is true peak in regards to survival horror. Like it's so amazing. I'd say that Code Veronica, as much as I love that game, but I think that's when it started adding all the goofy stuff. And I like Code Veronica, but like people they get mad at the new ones, but it's like in Code Veronica, Wesker is clearly having superpowers without the mutation. So it shows you that you don't have to transform to nothing to have, you know, these powers. So technically speaking, Code Veronica kind of ruined it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, SpongeBob was good too back then. Oh yeah, SpongeBob was crazy good. You know? I'll take those. Oh, I think I'm gonna need the valve. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna need the valve. Let me grab that real quick. Yeah, I feel you. That's like the best thing to do. I like the, yeah, like they went to Yep. You know, in Resident Evil 4, they were actually supposed to. I'm trying to remember what Resident Evil 4 it was supposed to be. It was one of them. Like, I think was it Resident? Yeah, I think Resident Evil 4 was supposed to take place in. No, I can't remember. Oh man, my bad, guys. I'm really trying to think it. Resident Evil 4 was supposed to take place, and I think that one was supposed to take place in Africa. I can't remember. It was supposed to take place in another Spanish country. I forgot how it was, and I think they messed it up or something like that. I can't remember, guys. I'm sorry. I think Resident Evil 4. If Resident Evil 5 was supposed to take place. I remember. Resident Evil 5 was supposed to take place in a Spanish country, but since they used it in 4, yeah. There you go, Mexico. Yep. It was supposed. Yeah. It was supposed to take. Yeah, it was supposed to take place there. But since they already used a similar setting with 4, they decided to, do Africa. But yeah, ain't that something? Yeah, you're right though. I'm sorry, guys. Right now, I'm like, my brain is having a fart. But yeah, I'll definitely try Requiem when it comes out. Through due time. A lot of people gonna buy it. Oh, it is. That's probably why they did it. Yeah, I know Mexico, they like Gears of War as well. They're huge fans of Gears of War. They have a Spanish dub. Yeah, Resident Evil is very popular, man. It's a very popular franchise. I know. Oh, hold on 1 minute.